Good morning, it's day 18 of our readings for Lent 2021, and as we continue our series in the books of the Old Testament, we're going to be looking at the book of Job. Now, Job is not an easy book to date. Job at the beginning of the book acts as a priest for his family, so that really sets it before the law is given at Sinai and the priesthood is set. But it records nothing of Israelite history. And if you have a chronology of the Bible, one of those things that puts all the books in order, Job is normally put right near the beginning alongside Genesis. And it's thought that Job is set around the time of the patriarchs of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. Now, the story of Job is about the sovereignty of God and suffering. It begins with Job being a very prosperous man who honours God in everything he does. And then Satan comes along and makes the accusation that Job only honours God because he's so blessed. If everything was taken away from him, he would curse God. So God says, okay, test him. And he allows Satan to take anything from Job except for his life. And that's what Satan does. Job has three friends, or often called his comforters, though they aren't comforters really. All they do is accuse Job of saying, Job, you must have had some great sin in your life for all this thing to happen. Just confess your sin. But Job says, I have not sinned. I have not cursed my God. When we get to the end of the book, the Lord himself speaks. And at that point, everyone, Job, his comforters and Satan, are silent. And God declares his sovereignty. He says he's always in charge. And if he chooses not to give a reason for his actions, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to justify himself. At the end of the book, Job is restored. The Lord blesses him greater than he had at the beginning. Now, the bit I want to read is from the first chapter, and it's where it sets out who Job is and the accusation that Satan makes. So we're going to read chapter 1 from verse 1. In the land of Uz there lived a man whose name was Job. The man was blameless and upright. He feared God and shunned evil. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters, and he owned 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 donkeys, and had a large number of servants. He was the greatest man among all the peoples of the East. His sons used to hold feasts in their home on their birthdays, and they would invite their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. When a period of feasting had run its course, Job would make arrangements for them to be purified. Early in the morning, he would sacrifice a burnt offering for each of them, thinking, perhaps my children have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. This was Job's regular custom. One day the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with them. The Lord said to Satan, where have you come from? Satan answered the Lord, from roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth on it. Then the Lord said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil. Does Job fear God for nothing? Satan replied. Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands, so that his flocks and herds are spread throughout the land. Now stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. The Lord said to Satan, very well then, everything he has is in your power, but on the man himself do not lay a finger. Then Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. Remember, when difficulties and struggles and trials come in our lives, we are in a spiritual battle. Those of us who've chosen to follow Jesus have automatically made ourselves an enemy of Satan, and he will attack, divide, destroy, steal, and do everything in his power to bring the worst out of us. And God will turn those into tests to bring the best out of us. But God has set a limit. As God limited Satan's attack on Job, that he could not take his life, so the limit is on us, that Satan cannot take our spiritual life. Our salvation is secure, and no matter what he does, he cannot snatch us out of God's hands. Let's reflect on this over this day. Until next time, have a blessed day.